In this video, we are going to perform a paired t-test in Stata, a test that you should use when comparing two related observations. We have such observations here. You can download them from the description of this video. We have performance of students before a training, labeled here pre-test, and after the training, post-test. We want to see whether the training significantly improved the performance of these students. So we are going to use a paired t-test. To run a paired t-test, simply go to Statistics, Summaries, Tables and Tests, select Classical Test of Hypothesis, then t-test, the mean comparison test. There are several options here. We are interested in the paired t-test, and we have to specify the first variable and the second variable. Our first one is the pre-test scores, and we have the post-test scores. And click OK. In this table, we are first presented with the descriptive statistics for our two variables, the pre-test and post-test. Each, we have 40 students who sat the pre-test and post-test. Then we have the mean performances before the training in the pre-test and in the post-test, and the standard error, standard deviation, then the 95% confidence intervals of the means. We have the overall mean difference between the pre-test and post-test, which is obtained by getting the means of the pre-test minus post-test. In this, we are interested in the magnitude of that difference, not necessarily the sign attached to it. Because if we interchanged in the setup and put pre-test and post-test the other side, we would have a positive value. Below this table, we have the null hypothesis that we are testing, which says that the mean difference between the pre-test and post-test is equal to 0. In other words, pre-test scores are the same as post-test scores. That's the null. We also have 3 different alternative hypotheses that we can interpret, but usually we interpret this two-tailed hypothesis, which says that the mean difference is not equal to 0. And when you look at the p-value, it is less than 0.05. indicating that it is statistically significant. This implies that there is a statistically significant difference in the pre-test scores and the post-test scores. And from the mean values, we can see that the mean post-test score is significantly higher than the pre-test mean scores. To report the results of our analysis, we would simply say the mean post-test scores were significantly higher than the mean pre-test scores. If you found this video useful, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss out any of our episodes. Next, we are going to look at the one-way ANOVA in Stata, a test that you can use to compare a numerical outcome against more than 2 groups of a categorical variable. See you in the next episode.